No mai haere mai, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fraser Ballpark. Here for the Softball New Zealand presentation of the 2025 National Club Championship. Open Championship for women, we're on Sorensen Field. Waitakere Bears in their black strip taking on Ramblers, who are going back-to-back on Diamond 1 for a double-header. In their maroon colours, Ramblers are doing the batting first, starting off with number 88, Gabriel Marist. And I'll just quickly run you through their batting order while I'm there. It followed by number 9, Ruby Nola. Then Naomi Giacometti, Alexia Lacantina, Carstine Fuimaono, Alia Hinare, Ali Kaliopa, Summer Himara, Jessie Jackson as the 9 for Ramblers. Defensively out there for Waitakere Bears. Out of right field, Tyler Graham. Miki Cooper Nicola at centre, Taylor Maxwell at left. Shia Hale at shortstop. In the hot corner, it's Rebecca Bromhead. At second base, it's Hope Maka. Aroha Nono at first base, Karina Hale doing the pitching to Kyla Bromhead. The two lineups for you. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. I'll bring you the commentary on this one, and joining me in the commentary position today again, and it's a pleasure to introduce Chris Stephenson. Welcome along again, Chris. Hope you enjoyed that first outing for you this morning.
Oh, I don't know if I was more nervous than the girls or other way around.
Right, there's a regulation pop fly to second base for the first out here in the first innings. Marari it is who goes down as the first batter. She'll be replaced by Ruby Nola. Well, we saw a game just prior to this between Ramblers, who are going back-to-back, double-header, as we say. But they won 7-0 in the end. In the end, I say, in 5 innings over Marist United. Chris, I should think Bears might be a different proposition for them.
Yeah, I'd say so. Talking to the coaches before the game, they both sort of, I believe, want to target this game to get themselves ahead in the tournament. And they seem to have some big battles up in Auckland. So different kettle of fish, different experience on the mound. Obviously, some big name players out there too.
Yes, there is. Both teams stacked full of representative talent. No balls, 2 strikes. None more so than the vastly experienced Karina Hale and Kyla Bromhead, the battery for Waitakere Bears. All the experience in the world there to get them over the line in the big games. It'll be interesting to see how this game shapes up early on. Two teams that probably see quite a lot of each other throughout the season. This one hit hard, eaten up out there at third base by Rebecca Bromhead. Fires it across the first for the second out.
Yeah, and you can see Karina working with the catcher there as well, just working inside, outside, just trying to see what the umpire's zone is like today.
Well, of course, Karina, we just mentioned, vastly experienced, but in the lineup also is her daughter Shia Hale at shortstop. She is also an exceptional pitcher, so if needed, she might be the one to come in, as we see a nice opening pitch in this one with Naomi Giacometti up to bat, number 18, for a strike. Drops the bunt, beautifully done, right in front. The throw couldn't be made. It heads out to the right fielder there. Giacometti showed a clean pair of heels there, put a lot of pressure on the infield.
Yeah, great heads-up batting too. Really aggressive. You're a 3-hitter. Probably weren't expecting that defence. Nice little bunt down there and beat it out. Great play.
She just dropped that ball stone dead in front of the batter's box. It didn't move at all. Talk about taking all the velocity off the ball. Alexia Lacantina, who of course hit the winning run in the bottom of the 5th innings in the previous game, where she lined one all the way to the fence. This commentator thought it was for all money going out of there. It did hit the fence about halfway up on the full, so it did everything but go over it, but it ended the game. Fine style. She's a good batter.
She certainly is. She just looked confident, and she waited, and she knew what was coming. Had to do her job, and she did. And to be fair, I thought it was going to. It was a towering hit out to left field.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just going to go and go and go. She swings hard at this one, leaving everybody in no doubt what her intentions are for that ball.
Yeah, Ramblers just bringing on the temporary runner for the catcher.
Number 14, Sophie Darth. Oh, no, it'll be the last out in this case, won't it, for the old catcher rule? Yep. So it should be Ruby Nola.
Yep, that's the one.
1 ball, 2 strikes here of the La Cantina.
Bit of a chuckle there by Karina. I'm not sure if she missed or she was surprised that that one was fouled off.
Got a chuckle that the pitch wasn't that good, but she got a reasonable result. A little bit more oomph on that one. Seeing a lot of movement behind the dish there from Kyla Bromhead.
Yeah, it looks like a pitch that Karina seems to throw now, that little curly one that goes away from the batter once she's up in the count.
Slides that one down the inside, showing all her experience to work both sides of the strike zone. We did see Ramblers show us exactly what they can do with the bat in the 4th innings of the previous game. Might be a little harder for them to do that, but they are already shown that they are very dangerous with the bat in hand. Katrina pulls the strings on that one. And ball's obviously hot because Kyla Bromhead can't pick it up.
Yeah, these two, the battery here was pretty relaxed before the game. Having a quick chat to them. There was a bit of laughter going their way, so it's nice to see. And they realise that tournament play is, they want to be the back end of it. So
yeah, keep things nice and relaxed, and it sets a good tone for your young and experienced players. They might be getting a bit tense on the big stage. You're on Diamond 1 at a national championship, a club championship, which of course everybody aspires to come to.
Well, that's the thing when you're looking for your elders or your sort of experience, I should say. If they got the calm head, it makes you feel relaxed as well.
That's right. Nice pitch. That is a great pitch outside for a strike. 3 down, no score. Top of the first innings over, and it is both teams heading to the dugout. No score. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a beautiful day here, and we are in the 1 o'clock game. 1 o'clock in the first day of the tournament, and it is the Women's Open Club Championships 2025 version. Come Sunday, we'll know who the national club champion will be. The title every team wants. There's 17 teams here vying for the honour to call themselves the champion. Two of those teams, I'm sure, who have ambitions of being at the pointy end of the tournament right here, right now. We've got Ramblers defensively out on the diamond and facing Waitakere Bears at the moment, who are going into the bat. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. And it is number 22, Lucantina, out there to pitch, although we had that down as Masters. So it's Lucantina out there to pitch. There's a hit. It's gone deep, deep. It's gone all the way over the diamond. Out of the diamond, I should say. She's hit that one out of the diamond for a solo home run. And the Bears, and in particular Shire Hale, who comes in to celebrate, has opened the game up with an automatic home run. How was that? Didn't sound like it was anything but a home run off the bat, Chris.
Beautiful sound. And when the outfields don't move,
yeah,
the outfielders don't move, you know it's a pretty solid hit there.
Yeah, you know.
You did highlight her in the in defence before. You mentioned her name.
Yeah, she's playing shortstop. She's also good enough to be a White Sox pitcher if needed. She's in the current White Sox team and showed you exactly how dangerous a player she is by launching one straight over the centre field fence. Beautiful piece of batting. Cooper Nicola, it is. Miki Cooper Nicola up to bat now. There's a hard cut at that one and ends up on her backside on home plate. Everybody has a good old laugh about that.
Yeah, great start for Waitakere. Just what they want. So Ramblers just need to combat that and think, shake it off now.
Shake it off.
Can't do anything about it, can't get it back. So Giacometti now just needs to just relax and go back to what she knows. It's a nice pitch through the zone there.
Yeah, she definitely seems to be a pitcher, a very capable pitcher, does Lucantina. Alexia Lucantina, number 22, out there doing the pitching. She seems quite capable, although that just got called an illegal pitch.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I said the wrong name too. Yeah.
That's all right, that's what we're here for, each other to back it up. But yeah, she's just been called on a illegal pitch. I suspect it is a ball reveal. Was a ball reveal issue. Maybe separation. Hard to tell sometimes. Takes the pace off that one. Has a nice comeback for a strikeout. Cooper Nicola heads to the dugout as the first out.
Great pitch she used too. Yeah, nice little change up there. Pulled the string on it and gets next batter thinking about what's coming as well.
Got the batter to chase it, and it actually ended up out of the zone. Right in the dirt, so it's a really ideal change-up. Up to bat now, number 12, Aroha Nonoa. Young lady I've seen on the scene for many, many years, formerly played down here in Wellington, for moving north to Auckland. Now plays obviously for the very powerful Waitakere Bears.
Nono used to be a pretty prolific name in Wainuiomata.
Probably where they're originally from, I would imagine, but I'm not sure, really. I don't want to throw anything out there. She does a great job, hits one out to centre field, gets herself on first base to continue this opening batting for Waitakere Bears. Hope Marker comes in to bat now, number 1 for Waitakere, to try and continue this. Nonoa has made way for a pinch run. Just while we've got a quiet moment, I just want to send a shout out there to a very special lady to me, my older daughter Lisa. Happy birthday, darling. Hopefully I'll see you later on tonight.
Well, she'll be hoping it's your shout for dinner, so.
Whatever you want, sweetheart, I'll shout.
My birthday too.
Is it?
No, but...
I'll leave out the sweetheart and the darling then, will I?
Yeah, nice aggressive hit here too.
Yeah, they're going hard at it early on, looking to establish some dominance right from the get-go. Always a good ploy if it comes off.
I think the ball's only just come back from the outfield.
Yeah, the one that was hit out there by Shire, it just seemed to go forever. I think it landed on the other side of the grandstand, or the stand out there, which is nearly to the men's distance fence, I would think. Because with the women's softball, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the two outfield fences are different distances. I can't tell you exactly what that distance is, but because we're solely a women's tournament here this week, they will all be at women's distance.
Yeah, Hutt Valley Softball's done a great job preparing the diamonds and the fences and organisation for the event too. Considering they had a huge storm down here a few weeks back, they closed the park for a couple of weeks.
Sure did. They've done a wonderful job to get it back up and running. There's a nice hit. Third base sucks that up. They take the out at 2. The lead runner goes, and it's safe at 1. Ramblers show that they can also pull some tricks out there in the infield.
Yeah, and that's a lesson there for all the younger players watching this. Nice and aggressive, though.
Yeah.
Looking for the lead runner straight away. Not thinking first, you always look for the lead runner first of all. So good job.
Speaking of great work by Fraser Park, Robbie Easthope, I know you're up there commentating in Auckland at the men's tournament. You should be down here on your little scooter doing work. If you're listening.
No, he'll be busy talking. Loves
to talk about softball, does Rob.
Yeah, he's been a nice foul ball there. He's quite a experienced campaigner now. He's been around the diamond for a long time, and he's given a lot of his time for Hutt Valley Softball.
Sure does. He's the head man for Hutt Valley Softball at the moment, isn't he? Chairman of the board.
Yeah, and he's proud as punch too. When we had the 17s down here last year come out, met each individual player and thanked them for the service and congratulated them.
Well, all us softballers who live in Waitakere are good guys. There's a few of us up there now. Me, Robbie, Wiramu Tamaki, Bronson Marino. You all know who you are. You're all in Waitakere.
So by choice you moved up there? Or,
yeah, absolutely. Up there to paradise to live.
Oh,
there's a nice strike. What a comeback was by La Cantina. Starting by giving up an automatic home run. Finishes with 2 strikeouts. 1-0 it is to Waitakere Bears as we head in to the second innings. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. We're into the second innings now. One complete. 1-0 it is to Waitakere Bears here in this day one action on Diamond 1. Sorensen Field it is. Fraser Park, a beautiful sunny day. It kind of always a credit to Hutt Valley Softball Association, how they run tournaments. It's a beautiful place to the softball. Chris, you're a Hutt Valley man yourself. Former Cardinals guy?
Yeah. It's been a few years with Cardinals and Hutt Valley before making the shift into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had a few games on this diamond.
You bet you have. Well, up to bat for Ramblers. Now is Karsten Fuimaono. Batted very well in the first game, in the 11 o'clock game earlier. Strikes out in this one. Great job by Karina Hale. Waitakere, definitely a very aggressive team. Did it with the bat, going hard at the batters with the ball.
Yeah, it's nice to see. It's just Ramblers now just need to adapt and change and meet aggression with aggression and counter that. Try to claw that one run back.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Saw them with a propensity, nice big word that, to swing the bat very hard in the 11 o'clock game there against Auckland Marist United. Slipped out again. Another $1 in the Auckland jar. Having said that, we've got a West Auckland team here versus a Central Auckland team here, so we can't get away from it on day one at the moment. But
next game's another Auckland as well.
Oh, great. Good to see them representing so many of their teams here. Excellent. Teams from all across the country here, 17 of them in fact.
Yeah, there's a Queensland team as well. Into the tournament.
Excellent. Now, rules for teams outside, would that mean preclude them from making the final?
No, I checked on that too. Did my due diligence here, and they are allowed to play in the final.
Oh, nice.
But they can't win. So they automatically...
so if you make the final, you're going to automatically hand it to the New Zealand team. Sorry, Queensland.
Yeah, and then obviously everyone... So the team who plays third, they comes second. So.
Yeah, that's right. So we don't have to play, but we came second.
Yeah.
Love it. Always fun here at the Softball Diamond, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, beautiful day down here too.
Yeah, you've got nothing else to do. I know a lot of you are at work. So, I rang your boss. You've all got permission to come down here and watch softball. Karina Hale gets her second strikeout in a row, beginning to rack them up. Ramblers need to watch out. Last thing you need is a pitcher that gets dominance. They love it, and they just keep on nailing it.
Yeah, the battery's working really well here.
Yeah.
Great pitch selection with what they're choosing. They're working the whole zone, up, down, inside, outside.
Well, it just goes to show the experience of both players that, as we see, a nice hit straight up the middle this time. Ali Kaliupa, it is, number 4. Gets them going after 2 straight strikeouts. It's nice to see them swinging the bat.
Yep, and you can hear from the noise in the dugout. Ramblers are happy about that too.
Yeah, the volume always goes up at the ladies' tournaments. All you men's teams listening, sometimes you're just a little bit too quiet. Not enough atmosphere. Come and listen to these girls go for it.
Big hack there.
Yep, going straight at it. This time it's Summer Hemara. Can hear every bit of the action out there. Our ambient microphones bringing you the slap of the ball on leather and on carbon fibre. Been around long enough to remember when it was ball on wood, followed by ball on aluminium.
Yeah, so a little bit of traditional softball shown there by Donnie, asking the batter here to shorten up and put the bunt down, but it was a ball which Karina was just checking on, getting inside the batter's head.
This time we're seeing a steal on. The throw is out there. It's a nice throw. Wrong side of the base for the tag. Safe. Nice steal. Possibly the reason for the short-handled bat. The old fake bunt steal.
Yeah, 2 balls and 1 strike. Someone will be looking to move the ball here.
She's popped it. Second base is getting under that one. Nice work. No impact on the scoreboard. 3 down here in the top of the second innings. Head back to the dugout with Waitakere. They're still leading the ball game by 1-0. Find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Fraser Park, Sorensen Field. Waitakere Bears taking on Ramblers in the Women's National Open Club Championship. Taylor Maxwell up to bat for Waitakere. 1-0 it is to Waitakere, courtesy of that enormous home run hit earlier in the game by Shire Hale. And by gosh, didn't the whole team enjoy that one?
Yeah, it was a nice vibe. They were happy, and the Waitakere obviously a sort of confidence team as well, because you could see the banter out in the field.
Yeah,
there was a nice little exchange between Karina and Donnie as they walked off.
They're a team, the bulk of which have been together for a long time now. Nice piece of fielding by the pitcher. Takes her time to make sure she takes the out. Maxwell it was. Becomes the first out. Be replaced by number 9, Rebecca Bromhead.
Yeah, Waitakere seems well drilled as well. Even though there was a simple ground out, she still beat that out. So really good habits. That's what you want to see. Maybe 1 in 100 they'll drop it, but it's really pleasing to see that.
Yep, disciplined infields. We talked about the talent that New Zealand women's teams are now putting into the infield. And we saw that at the recent series in Australia. Some of the best highlights were put out there by the New Zealand girls. Oh, that one's left. Just looked straight up into the sun. And Fraser Park is known for that. Everybody has to face it. And I think, I'm just wondering if Rebecca didn't know that wasn't caught. Does it look like she wanted to head back towards the dugout, but she's back on first base.
Yeah, very well renowned, the sun in left field, especially later in the day. So teams it's going to be the same for both teams, so they're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see those shadows are already starting to reach the diamond, and it's only coming up 1:30 in the afternoon. And they just extend further and further, and that gets more and more into the eyes of the outfield, particularly the left fielder. There's a nice pitch. Karina Hale up to bat now. Pitcher for Waitakere. As we said before, she's a vastly experienced player, but she can bat the house down too.
Yeah, pitcher on pitcher battle. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think pitcher on pitcher is hard, where they're sort of trying to outthink what's going to come, or they clear the mind, or what do you?
I know. It's just like almost a one-upmanship battle. I was unfortunate enough to pitch for a few teams in my day. They had to have me. I wasn't that great, but I did pitch, and I always know that there was a little bit of extra spice when it was pitcher on pitcher. you definitely felt you'd got an edge on your opposite if you struck them out. Runners now at 1 and 2 for Waitakere, 1 down. Here in the bottom of the second innings. There's a nice pitch as it goes low in the zone. Temps number 16, Tiana Graham. They have a hard cut at it.
Yeah, and Ramblers seem to have adapted, and they think bump plays on. The corners, they've come in and squeezing the batter.
Yeah, batter looks up, she lines one. It's gone into shallow outfield. The shortstop has made a huge amount of distance, but can't take the catch. Just one of those horrible little blue bits that lands in shallow field, and everybody gets there and nobody catches it. Everyone hates those.
Oh, it's confusing as a runner too. Like, do I go? Do I stay?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, there's 3 people that could have caught it. They all arrive at the same time. None of them can catch it.
Well, tough situation there. Lead-off hitter, the home run hitter too, with 1 out, loaded bases.
Oh, home run hitter, cops one in the arms, and doesn't matter how, but she's going to score a run. So Shire Hale, in total contrast, does get onto base this time, but from a hit pitch. So 2-0 now to Waitakere.
Yeah, that's good. Naomi Giacometti is just taking a little bit of time to go out there, have a word to a pitcher. Just slow it down, get her to breathe. So basically all we need here is a ground ball.
Definitely one of those pitches that looks all the business. Yeah. Definitely seem to try and put a little bit extra on that one. There's a nice pitch. Drops down that inside tram line for a strike. This one hangs in the middle, gets hit hard down the first base line. It's going to score a run and the ball's coming. Oh no, she's gone back. Great piece of fielding by the right fielder. Chris, you mentioned it in the last game. You've got to get that ball in the glove and get it in the air. Yeah. Get it back in the diamond.
Yeah, that was perfect. Keep the ball in front of the runner. Yeah, and Ramblers at the moment, they're playing the defence of they're nice and short, second and shorter in, so they want to come home. They want to stop the runs here. So once the ball's through the infield, it makes it a little bit harder.
Loaded bases, another run has scored. I was watching the ball there. I didn't see the runner come home, but I assume we had loaded bases and the runner came home.
Yeah.
Making it 3-0. Has to, otherwise my score sheet has 4 people on base. Still only the 1 down. It's very dangerous times now for Ramblers. They don't want to let this game get out of hand. They've got loaded bases. All the advantage with Waitakere at the moment. This one's hit hard, also into centre field. Centre fielder's coming to get it. She can't take it. And now good batting's beginning to take over. That one was courtesy of Aroha Nono. Lines one into centre field. Shallow centre field it was. This time it scored 2 runners.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ruby Nola there made a nice attempt to get it, but looks like she may have hurt her ankle or her knee at the same time.
Now we hope Ruby's okay on that one. See Coach Donnie Hale come out to have a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we might just take a quick break while they tend to Ruby Hale. We'll come back with more action in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that unfortunate injury, Ruby Nola has left the field to gain more treatment. We do wish her the best and hope she is going to be all right and able to continue in this tournament. Having said that, however, there is a replacement fielder out there. I didn't get the number of the shirt that has gone out to replace her, but we'll get to that in a minute. Waitakere Bears are all the entertainment at the moment as they have launched into this inning to the tune of 3 runs so far with only 1 down still and runners at 1 and 2.
I think the outside pitch that Alexia's pitching there is what she needs to go back to. The one she's been getting hit off, they've been popping out to the outfield, it's just been too close to the zone.
Yeah.
And Waitakere seems a very disciplined team, and they're just hitting those nice spots. So what I would like to see from her now is going back to that corner of the outside so she can get a ground ball.
Yeah, that's probably great advice, Chris, because you're right. She's just guilty of just that pitch might be an example there, just hanging it in the middle of the zone.
Yeah. And with this lineup, you can't afford to. There's going to be 0 mistakes on that, and that's shown. But it was unfortunately, while Ruby was hurt, the ball was sitting in the outfield, and the runner from 2 scored on that. So nice aggressive base running, but it was just unfortunate for Ramblers.
Yeah, so we have the score now 5-0. Waitakere have launched into this innings. Aggressive batting, aggressive running, and are turning all the runners on base into runs at the moment. Pressure on Ramblers. They need an out. There's a full count right now, and it is Hope Marker into bat.
Great pitch. Low in the zone. Got her chasing. Good comeback. That sort of injury disruption must have worked quite well for Ramblers, just to get the heart rate down a little bit, get them thinking, processing, getting them to talk to each other as well, because the momentum now has gone to Waitakere and the noise levels changed as well.
Well, they probably wouldn't have wanted it to be an injury break, but something had to break the momentum. You're quite right. Marcus showing that she's also got a eye for the middle of the zone. Swings hard at that one. Pulls the trigger possibly a little bit too early. Hits it down the third baseline for a foul. This one's hit high and hard. It's going back towards the outfield fence. 1 bounce into the fence. 1 runner comes in. No rounds 3. She's going to be quick to get home. He doesn't throw it, however, and she stands up at home plate. 2 more runs score for Waitakere.
Yeah, beautiful hit right out to the fence here. Found the gap. Great running. 2 runs scored.
Left fielder may be guilty of fielding a little bit shallow there as it launched right over the top of her. All the way to the fence.
Yeah, well, there's an argument too, right? With where outfielders stand. Like, I'm one for having the outfield come forward.
Yeah.
Anything over the head, they take away that smaller hit.
Yeah.
But when the outfielders stand on the fence, I don't particularly like that because anything over their heads. But yeah, I think she was a little bit shallow for the calibre of hitting here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and she's standing kind of in the mid range there right now.
Yeah, very shallow again.
Perhaps it's something that Coach Tegan Bromhead for Waitakere has picked up and just urged them to start hitting it towards left field. But, all 3 of the outfielders standing very shallow. This is a hard hit, goes through the glove, and there's another one that's going to make its way out of the fence, and you can see they're standing shallow, and it's just taking them a long time to recover their ball off the fence. And there's a fine stand-up triple. This time from Kyla Bromhead, who just drives it through the right field.
Yeah, interesting field formation for Ramblers because centre field straight away centre, and then left field short, right field sort of holding the line, and that just beautiful piece of batting diced the outfield.
She's got a little bit of glove to it, but it's just too hot to handle. Hit very hard. Oh, this time it's just popped into the outfield, and every swing of the bat is just coming out of the sweet spot at the moment. And that was Taylor Maxwell. Sorry, that was Rebecca Bromhead. Sorry, you've got to catch up here. So much action happening, I might have lost a run there as well. We're probably at 9. Because because we're through the order with 1 out. And this time it's just popped into the outfield, and every swing of the bat is just coming out of the sweet spot.
Come out
at the moment.
Or it'll be the better
that was
coach
Taylor Maxwell. And we're going to see a pitcher change. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just while they make this change, the pitcher change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a feast of hitting here at the moment as Waitakere Bears have gone through the order. There's still only 1 out. They've scored 8 runs in this inning alone. I can't keep up. I'm sure I've missed one or added one somewhere. But we do. We've checked with the score, and it's 9-0 to Waitakere at the moment. And Chris, it's just a hit fest.
Oh, it is. It's been clean hits too.
Yeah,
you know,
come out of the middle.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier. Pitcher on pitcher here. But Sean was lucky enough to come into the game in the first game for Ramblers this morning. Had a few, managed to throw a few pitches, getting out there. So she's kind of warm and game ready. So hopefully she can stop the runs.
Yeah. Well, she came on and she shows she's not going to overpower anyone. You see one hit straight to the shortstop. And there's that second out, third out they were hoping for. That they were dying for to end the pain in this innings. So they head back to the dugout after that onslaught by Waitakere. Takes the score out to 9-0. We'll find out what Ramblers can do in reply when we come back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser Ballpark it is. for the 2025 Women's Open Club Championship. Waitakere Bears just really opened one up on Ramblers in their previous innings. Scored 8 runs, take the score out to 9-0. A huge hill for Ramblers to climb there, Chris. Oh. Long way back at that sort of with that sort of run chase.
Yeah, they've dug themselves a hole.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. You know, I mean, we always say in our sport that it's never over till that last pitch is thrown, but you know, favouritism at the moment with Waitakere.
Yeah, interesting there. Jesse Jackson showing bunt. When you think of, well, it's probably the wrong term to use, but the gentleman's sort of agreement in sport.
Yeah.
Normally when a team is showing a lot of power and quite ahead with the runs, there's no bunting or stealing. But
it's a national club championship with 2 Auckland teams going head-to-head. There's probably no gentleman's rules out there. No such thing, but we'll see. But you mentioned at the kickoff of the game that both teams would be looking for not just targeting this game for the day as the one to win, and rightly so. They're both powerful teams. This time it's hoisted high, backwards it goes towards our commentary booth, and right on top of us.
If for Ramblers, they're going to have to be a little bit smart here as well, and not go into the hole and not go into the shell. Sorry, because you want to protect your runs for and against in a tournament like this. So sometimes with the amount of quality teams, it can come down to run rate.
Could jump up and bite you at the end of the day. So they do need to score as many as they can, and obviously to reduce this deficit, but also with an eye to further on in the tournament. And this one is launched high and hard. It's going back deep. Right into the base of the fence. It's a fine hit as Jackson comes around. And that is a great piece of batting by Jessie Jackson. Get them going in this one.
Oh, she's happy about that too. Beautiful slide. Great running too. Nice and aggressive. There's that wave.
Celebration. Good on her. What a fantastic piece of hitting. And also, though, it gets them back to the top of their order. Number 88, Gabriel Murari, comes up to bat.
Oh, looking at that replay, she was never stopping it too. There was always a triple in her head. Good job.
It's like when she shaped a bunt. I saw her in the first game. She does possess a lot of speed. Nice hit. There we go. In similar fashion to Waitakere, the hits are beginning to flow from the middle of the bat for Ramblers. 1 run scores, none down. And there we go. Could we be seeing a rally by Ramblers?
For their sake, you'd hope so.
Yes, they will be hoping that it continues. Karina Hale pitched very well in the first 2 innings. Just facing a little bit of an onslaught at the moment. We won't call it a full-on onslaught as it's 1 run and 2 hits. It's a nice drop ball. Came in the middle of the zone and just disappeared. This time she pulls the strings. It's hit hard into the turf. Bromhead comes from third base. Fires it across the diamond. Can't be taken for the out. A glimmer of hope for Ramblers as they now have runners on the corner. Well, on the corners, 1 runner has scored. With Naomi Giacometti up to bat now, who has proven to be a very fine batter, now into the second game that we've seen her today.
It's amazing what pressure can do. Put the ball in play and see what happens.
Yep.
But yeah, the confident smile from Waitakere sort of gone a little bit, but they're still well in control.
Yeah, they are.
They just remember to do the basics.
A 9-run deficit becomes an 8-run deficit. It's still a long way from an even ball game.
Yeah, and you could see Karina just ask the umpire there, was that high or was that inside? So a little bit of frustration shown from her as well. And with that experience that she's got, she probably just needs to calm it down a little bit, take a breath.
Make the adjustment. Of course, the onus is on the player to adjust to the umpire, not the other way around. Because that usually doesn't happen, as we see that one skied out to the Foul ball fence at first base.
I think behind the dish, Connor's had a pretty solid game all round. He's been consistent. He's called it inside and outside.
Connor Little behind the dish. Daniel Parker out at in between first and second. And Bridget Baker out at third base. The other team out there as we see one hoisted. Oh, what a catch! Amazing catch out there by Shia Hale. He cannot keep that girl out of the ball game.
Oh, they are pumped about that. Great play, and that saved a run. That was excellent play.
She got up like, I do that every day. Full-on dive over my shoulder to catch a ball, diving towards centre field.
Yeah, just heard in the microphone as well from the Ramblers dugout. Nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah. This one's hit hard to right field. It's going deep. There's another one that only takes one hop into the fence. 1 run scores are coming around. And Ramblers, despite the little hiccup there, continue to pile on the pressure. Runners at 2 and 3.
Yeah, again, another quality at bat.
It was. This time it was Lacantina. Number 21 up to bat now, Georgia Thompson, coming in for a pinch hit. She's coming in for Fui Maunu. So we've got pinch hitter Georgia Thompson out there for Castine Fuimaono. And Ramblers launching a comeback in fine style so far in this game. Runners at 2 and 3.
Great compliment from the coach to come in a pressure situation like this to try to score those runs. Runners on 2 and 3, so Donnie will be hoping she can get something to the fence.
Watches the first one go past. Pinch hitter, brought in to do a job. She's hit it hard. This time it was in the turf. The throw goes across the diamond. And she's beat it out.
Have we seen some plays from shortstop? The girls on their
That was
knees have been throwing them. Yeah. She just can't keep out of the game,
athlete.
can she?
But let's talk about Georgia Thompson. She's just done the job for her team, scored another run. And safe at first.
Yeah, really hard play there. So it was to the shortstops, to her right, to our left. Really hard play, but she stopped it, which actually stopped another run.
I was going to say, which from Waitakere's point of view, scored 1 run instead of 2.
Oh, yeah, and she kept the runner on 2 as well.
That's right. So Shia Hale putting on a clinic out there at shortstop. Karina Hale looks at the it's about time. As that pitch was called a strike. Sorry, that wasn't a criticism as the umpire there, but you could almost read Karina's thoughts there.
And she's adjusting well. She's just nibbling on the outside corner there. She's ahead. Well, she's behind the count, isn't she?
Yeah. But just like Waitakere before them, anything in the middle of the zone from this hitting lineup is being punished. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is Hinare out there at the moment. Alia Hinare. Now, how does that feel as a coach, though, to bring a pinch hitter and score a run, in their situation?
Pat yourself on the back and think you did well.
Yeah. I know he won't, but he probably should.
Yeah, and that's great trust from the team because it's not about the players 1 to 9. It's everyone on the bench, and she did her job coming in and scored that run. And as a threat on the bases now too.
That ball lined into foul ball territory by Hinare, just looking to take this into a deep count. Karina Hale, the longer it seems to go, the more dangerous these Ramblers batters seem to get. And that is a full count now. Hinare will know where this one's got to be. She struck out in her last at-bat, See what happens now as Hale rears back to go again. Fires one through. Too low. Says umpire a little well battered there by Hanari to earn the walk. And load up the bases. Ali Calliope up to bat now. It's funny though, Chris, because we talked about coaches needing bodies on bases, to enact their plans. Both teams are doing it for their coaches, aren't they? They're getting out there. I think it becomes just a matter of how do you stem the flow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that with Karina not going back on the outside of the plate there. It was pretty close pitch, maybe possibly too close to leave as a batter, but I thought she might be looking for the outside pitch where she can get a nice little ground ball.
Yeah, the correction for all the pitches we've seen today seems to be into the middle of the zone. And to be fair to them, the ones that are missing are not missing by much, but it just seems to be they're correcting a little bit too far into the zone, getting punished for it. Karina still trying to work that inside part of the plate. This time it's another pinch hitter for Ramblers. Coaching staff for Ramblers working overtime to peg this lead back. Number 23, Lyric Wilson out there at the moment. And that's a nice pitch by Hale. That might have gone across the front knee but disappeared below the back knee. That's how hard that one was dipping. Just saw enough of the zone to be a strike. Fouled back this time.
Yeah, and the batter's made the adjustment there too. She's shortened up just to make sure she's protecting that plate. I like what Donny's doing here. He's trusting his team.
Yep.
And it's also hard for a pitcher to adjust when you've got a new batter coming in for a pinch hit.
It is. In some cases, they won't even know what to expect. Wilson has another cut, stays in, he fouls it back. A foul like that and keeping himself in the batter's box is almost as good as a hit.
Agreed.
It's also showing Hale that you put it anywhere near the centre of the zone, it's going to find the bat.
Yeah, ground ball's going to score a run as well, so that's what they want. From a Ramblers point of view. Waitakere obviously wants a ground ball so they can turn a double play as well. But Karina probably wanting to strike out. That's a pitcher's mentality, right? Yeah.
Well, she got her 3 in the first 2 innings, so she was on top of the world there for a second. Rambler said, no, that's enough of that. Time to start doing some batting. She's hit that one hard. It's heading towards shortstop again. And Hale just powers into that one, fires it across the diamond. 2 down now, and another run scores. Bang, 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 bang. 4 runs in this innings.
Surprised Waitakere didn't just come out and question that. It looked like the runner actually hit shortstop.
Yeah.
The coach is coming out now, so maybe they're going to question that.
He's going to ask the question. You have to.
Yeah, so the coach. What happens there for those people wondering why the coach is asking the third base umpire? You go out to the person who's made that play. You don't go to the home umpire.
And I think the reply there was you got the out anyway. Like a fielder's choice.
Yeah. Looks like Donny's again coming to the bench for another pinch hitter.
He's 2 for 2, isn't he?
Yeah.
2 pinch hitters, 2 runs scored. I know that cost him a run, but 4 runs in this innings is an outstanding return in terms of getting back into this ball game.
Yeah. The hardest thing for a coach is remembering who to re-enter.
Yeah, absolutely. He's starting to rack him up.
Yeah. And our boys are just getting together here just to question that decision. So obviously Waitakere Bears calling for the interference by the runner through going from second to third, made a slight collision with the shortstop. So
yeah, of course, the difference being, of course, that would give them the lead runner out rather than the runner at 1, which dials everything back as far as the diamond goes. I'm sure that's what they'd rather have. I tend to agree that there was something there in the runner.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome, this stop and play just gets the heart rate by both teams to slow down, which can be a good thing for Waitakere just at the moment because it's been a big...
It's been a big comeback.
It's been a big comeback.
You could almost have thought the Ramblers might have got their head down, but that has been absolutely the opposite. It's almost seemed to have spurred them on.
So the call looks like it stands.
As you were, ladies and gentlemen, the outer one has been stayed with. The runner at 3 is safe. And we're about to get underway. And we have yet another pinch hitter. Number 27, Sharice Kestrip Caldwell. Into bat. Sees the first pitch go high over the top for a ball.
Been really impressed with the Ramblers, the way they've gone about their business this innings, because when you're 9 runs down, quite easy to just give up and think, go to your shelves a little bit, but they've fought hard to come back and score 4 runs.
They have, and there's a lot of noise coming out of that dugout to show that they're fully behind it. Of course, the challenge, if and when Waitakere get this third out, is they've got to respond. I realise 5 runs, if they get another out now, still a big deficit. But it's almost been cut in half.
Exactly.
You kind of forget that they did score, they did in 2 innings, they did get up to 9 runs. I shudder to think if it's one of those games that's won at the end, 25-23. The way they're batting so well. This one's hit hard. Nicely fielded on the backhand out there by Kyla Bromhead it is, who ends the pain in this inning for Waitakere. Ramblers score 4 runs in reply to Waitakere. It is now 9 runs to 4. Got to continually keep checking. There's so much changes all the time. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a moment. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and what a hit feast we have had here in the Women's Open Club Championship 2025 at Fraser Park. Ramblers taking on Waitakere. Ramblers had to dig deep to score 4 runs on that previous inning. And there we see the batting continues at the start of this innings. We are now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Waitakere is up to bat. And there was a hit all the way out to centre field fence just while I was trying to introduce everyone back into the ball game. Number 15, Shire Hale, comes up to bat. Of course, hit the solo home run at the top of the first inning. Hits this one hard up centre field, and it is Graham, the round second, comes in to score, and the batting continues. Shire Hale having some game out there on defence and attack and offence. Safe at second base, adds an RBI. Tiana Graham it was that hit that shot out to the centre field fence. That'll bring to bat number 14, Miki Cooper Nicola. for Waitakere. And in similar fashion to the innings, the second innings where they scored 8 runs, Waitakere are just continuing it. This one's swung hard at. Cooper Nicola has a hard swing at that one. The day continues to be beautiful and warm. I would say somewhere in the region of 20 degrees at the moment here at Hutt Valley. Always seem to provide us with a wonderful tournament in terms of weather. I know it hasn't always been like that, but the last few that I've been, it has. Sian Masters, it is who's out there to pitch. She came in the previous innings trying to stem the flow, because she replaced Lacantina trying to stem this flow from Waitakere. As we are now in the top of the 4th innings. Bottom of the 3rd innings, my apologies. There's another hard hit out to the centre field fence. Another run's going to score. And both teams just continue to help themselves. Shire Hale it is who powers around the diamond from second base. Cooper Nicola hit that one very hard. Safe out at second base there. None down. 2 runs have scored. And that brings the bat out of Hutt. No. She's launched this one high into shallow centre field. And the runner did hold up this time. And Noa gets herself safe at 1. 2 runs have scored. None down here in the top of the 4th innings. Bottom of the 3rd innings. I'll get it right in a sec. I had to go into the next column because they batted through the order. Well, the batting just continues to impress from both teams, Chris. As now 11 runs to 4 to Waitakere here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, scorer's worst nightmare.
It is.
I run out of ink with that red pen.
I run out of columns in my paper if this keeps going. Lose track of all the innings.
And I don't think this is the end of the runs either.
Yeah.
Definitely got a lot of softball. Got a lot of money for...
yeah, we're getting a lot of softball bang for the buck, I suppose. Yep. A little high on the zone, that one. A little check swing. Runners at 1 and 2. This is Hope Mucker up to bat now. Oh, family day out. Family day out. Future Waitakere beer there. Nice to see. Lovely shot. Oh, there we go. Ramblers desperate for an out once again. You wouldn't have said they were in touch with scoring 4 runs and coming back from 9-0 down. This one's popped out towards second base.
Yeah, umpires were all quick to look for that infield fly rule to come to effect.
Yep. One down now, just like that. Job done so far for Waitakere though. 2 runs are scored. Kyla Brom head up to a bat now. Number 69 for Waitakere Bears.
And Sean's come in and done a good job so far, even though there's runners on. she's a different pace.
Yeah.
And hitting different spots.
This time it's hit hard. This time launched into left field. Market comes around. Gets the signal to go. Away she does. There's another one coming around the corner.
Just as I talk her up and say she's doing a good job.
Yep.
Sorry, Sean.
There we go. We're going to get the replay this time. See what happens. Turns on it. Hits it hard out to left field. And bang. What a bad bounce here. Got to give it to the ball there. Unfortunately, the left fielder out there got a bad bounce. 2 runs came in to score. Bromhead, who hit that ball very hard once again. Taylor Maxwell, number 17, who's up to bat now. Another one of the batters in the previous innings who launched one out to the fence. Oh, yeah. Looks like a pinch hitter, sorry. Number 21 it is, Amy Goodmanson. My apologies. Didn't see the coach snuck one in on us there. There we go. Sian Masters there. Pulls the strings on that one. Too high in the zone. Goodmanson coming in for a pinch hit. 2-1. Tegan Bromhead probably just taking the opportunity now to give players game time. She's taken the lead. She's taken those 4 runs back.
Yeah, and it's important for all the ladies in this game to get some game time.
Yeah,
and just to get a feeling for what it's actually like.
This helps them settle into the atmosphere of the tournament. Coach knows where they're at, what they can do. Form-wise is a good gauge. Three balls, 2. There we go. There's a full count. Oh, Goodmanson goes hard. Fouls it back into the fence. Stays in the battle.
I don't think any of these ladies playing today have been shortchanged in the swings.
No. No, it's been full commitment. This one's hit hard, straight back up the middle. Seen so many of these. The ball's coming in. It's hot. The runner's going to score. And the batting continues. This time it's Goodmanson. It hits one straight up the middle, you see there. Fielded at centre field. The runner comes in as the ball's just a little bit wayward. Might have been close if that ball was on the button. The runner stayed at 1.
A bit of a miscommunication there at second. The ball bounced into centre field there, so I thought it might have been a catch, but let it bounce and then could have had the out by throwing around at second. But
yeah, well, she hesitated, as she probably should have, because there was a chance that ball was going to be caught. But you ride your luck, and that's exactly what Waitakere have done there. Karina Hale up to bat now. And is another one just blooping out. Nice catch out there at shortstop. Gabrielle Murari it is. Gets the second out.
Yeah, that's quite a tough play because she had a lot of ground to make up and she turned to her left to catch that. Nice play. In the sun as well.
Yes, we've seen some nice plays out there by shortstops in this game. Probably it's not the last we're going to see of them in this tournament as well. And it looks like Coach Bromhead is going to make another change here. We'll just stand by to see what that change is. Whoever it is will come in for Tiana Graham. Number 21.
Is it Tyler Graham? Is it number 27?
Number 27. Tyler Graham comes up in the order for Tiana Graham, who was the DP. Tyler Graham, of course, on the diamond, is the right fielder, but not batting until now. Hard to keep up. At 14-4 and in the top of the fourth inning, we're beginning to threaten another early ball game.
Yeah, for those people who don't know at home, 15 after 3. Oh.
Hard hit left field. This one's going deep. And there's about the 20th one that has bounced into the outfield fence. They've peppered it all day, both of these teams.
It's quite hard in the commentary box when you get excited when you see that hit. I was like, oh.
Yeah, oh. But yeah, you guys can hear how hard these girls are hitting the ball because it comes through clearly on the mic.
It does not get any easier with Shyla Hale up to bat now.
And she is having some game, Shire Hale. We didn't do it in the previous game, but at the end of this game, we will ask Chris to choose a player of the match. I dare say I know who on points is ahead at the moment. There's a hard hit straight to second base. She handles it, fires it over to one for the third out. There we go. Chrissy did a great job of shaking the bones at Shire Hale there for her first out in the ball game. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, 16-4 as we head to the bottom of the fourth innings. And it is now 3 for the ball game for Waitakere Bears. We'll be back in just a moment.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best. Every day of the week, better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa talk. All the best throwbacks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. It's been a hit fest in this ball game right from the word go. It probably doesn't seem like it if you're a Ramblers fan, but they enjoyed one very good innings themselves. As we see some of the highlights there, Waitakere Bears have helped themselves to 14 runs in this ball game and now lead it by 14 runs to 4 over Ramblers. Number 13 into bat for Ramblers, Jessie Jackson, launched one into the outfield fence at her last at-bat, so she's definitely capable of doing it. She started the hit fest for Ramblers in the previous innings. I'm not sure Karina Hale's necessarily agreeing with Connor Little out there. It's unusual for pitchers to do that.
That's the thing when you're at top level, right? You're competitive with everything. Even if you're over 10 runs ahead, you still want those.
You want the strikeouts. You want the calls. You're a pitcher. You know, some of the egos out there, they want it all. Completely free of ego, I was as a pitcher. Oh, there's a fine change-up. Going to have to check that one, I think. No swing. Bit of banter between Kyla Bromhead and Connor Little there. Good to see catchers know how to get on with umpires.
Yeah. And even though the score was blowing out a little bit, the game's still playing good spirit. There's a lot of laughing, a lot of cheering.
Absolutely.
Which is great to see.
16-5, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. 16-5. I closed the score down at 14-4 and didn't want to go any further. It's actually 16-5. That one cannot have missed that plate by much, but umpire Little disagreed. He said it was a ball. He has the one with the final word.
Oh, Coretta Howard just did not move. She has not moved since. She is not happy with that one.
Yeah. She's still standing where that one finished.
So that was a little high, apparently. She's just asked
Kyla
the
Bromhead
question.
probably just a little word to Karina out there. Just take it easy on the ump. You're not getting the 50-50 calls at the moment, and I think I know why. This one's hit hard. Centre fielder this time. What a catch out there. She jumps high in the air to take that one. And not only that, but holds the runner at one.
That was a great play.
Great play. We've seen a few of those today, and that was another one. Centre fielder Miki Cooper Nicola.
Yeah, she tracked it well. It made a tough play look relatively routine there. Well done.
Another fine player from the Cooper Nicola family. Making her way through her career with the Waitakere Bears. Hale rears back to go again. Fires that one's a little bit high in the zone. It's not that I agree with Karina. I think umpire Little has tightened his zone a little bit, which is his want to do, which is an umpire's thing to do.
Yeah, and that's a difficult thing for a pitcher when you're used to that for a game and then you've got to adjust again.
Yeah.
And you're thinking the score here, you think, oh, come on, just give us those calls.
It is interesting. I mean, and that's just an opinion, ladies and gentlemen. From my point of view, it just looks like he might have just tightened the zone a little bit. This one's hit hard. Down the first base line. Fielded out there for the out. Second runner at first base makes her way to second. It's cost them another run, another base, and an out. I've got Ruby Nola as number 8. Did she come back into the game after that injury? Sorry, Ruby Nola number 9. That's better number 8. Sorry, Armani Tuimavave that was. Who hit that one down the first base line?
The amount of changes on this in this game, I'm completely lost with names, and I've got lines everywhere and circles. And, yeah.
We've had the whole team running around the bases. Hard to keep up.
Also, the handwriting on these score sheets is a little bit difficult to read too.
It is. Well, next up on the score sheet, from what I can see, is number 18, Naomi Giacometti. And yes, she is up there to bat. Finally, a batter in the correct order. It's not a pinch hitter.
Do you know much about the Italian softball?
I don't know much. I know they've come up, like a lot of the European teams have come up. I mean, the Dutch, the Czechs, all very good now. Italy is another country that has dragged themselves up to be in women's softball, very competitive. And I mean, the emergence of a lot of those teams in South America as well. And we know what the South Americans have done in men's softball, but in women's softball, they're also beginning to show themselves as well. So, the amount of teams that are now competitive across the world, there's just more of them.
It's great to see, and the talent that we've seen so far today in the 2 games that we've done, it's been outstanding.
Yeah, well, New Zealand are not lacking for the talent, I don't think. But the women's game does need work, and everybody recognises that, and the talent is there. Pitching, as we mentioned earlier, Chris, is a huge work on for this country. The better our pitchers are, the better our batters will be. I believe that because they face better pitching more regularly. They do go overseas and do hit the ball very well, but it's just those very top teams that, to be fair, they dominate everybody, but and the 2 consistently at the top, of course, the Japanese and the Americans. But look out for the Australians. You've got the Women's World Cup in Brisbane next year. And Australia are pushing huge resources into their women's team. Of course, there is also the lure of the Olympics, which will feature softball in a few years.
It's been nice in the media as well. There's been a lot of write-ups recently as well. Like Rhonda Hedder there's an article about her the other day.
I saw that, and she's also joined the call for former players to give back. And what a wonderful thing it is to have legends like her come into the media and say that, because it's so good to see so many of them coming back in and giving back. And you've got Donnie Hale here and Tegan Bromhead, both great players in their time, both coaching these teams. And I think we'll see it throughout the tournament.
Well, it was nice on the Intercity final here in the Hutt Valley last weekend. You had Olympian versus Olympian coaches, if you look at it that way too, which is the 2000 Sydney Olympics.
Oh, wow.
With Cindy and Kitty.
Yeah, Cindy Potai and Kitty Shaw.
That was a battle and a half.
2000 Olympics, they were a good team too, very good team. This one's hit hard, and there we go. Shire Hale makes yet another catch, and that is going to do it for this ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Waitakere Bears who, in the end, make no race of it in this ball game. Chris, how did you see that one? One side of the fair in the end.
Oh, it was a battle. It was a great game to watch.
It was.
Confusing to commentate or keep up with. But no, sometimes you just get on a roll, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The 9 runs was too big of a roll to come back with.
Absolutely there. Chris, just round us out. Just who was your Beyond the Dugout player of the day?
Wow. To start the game with a home run, and to end the game with the out. So it has to be our shortstop, I think, Miss Hale. Outstanding game. Never stopped smiling. Great running. Tight end defence.
Absolutely.
Made the game look easy.
There we go. She put on a clinic out there with the bat and in defence. Shire Hale is Beyond the Dugout player of the day. Waitakere Bears, they march on. It's only day 1. I'll say it again. Ramblers are not out of it yet because day 2 is moving day for these teams. Before they start getting into crossovers. So stay tuned. We've got another game coming your way very shortly. But for this one, Gary Rohihi, Beyond the Dugout, Chris Stevenson, and the rest of the team, we'll say goodbye for now. Thank you.